Are we live? Checkity check 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 check. Okay, we're gonna call that a sound check. Oh, here we go. Here we go for another Middle-earth inspired adventure. We got fun today. So unfortunately, Charlie Stout wasn't going to be able to join us today. So the world's most dangerous Bessie is stepping up. Bessie's going to be playing our player group. And it's really just going to be I shouldn't be talking about this, because I'm going to go over it all in another 3 minutes. 4 minutes. See. So we'll just say some howdies. Give me a howdy if you're out there. Howdy, howdy, howdy! Who's on there? Who's on there? Who's on here today? Well, that's kind of goofy. Why do they mess things up like this? I see a Neil Morgan. I see a Jim Stute. I see a Hody. Hody counts, I guess. Marjan! How are you doing, sir? Thank you so much. Joining from the far off Netherlands or Croatia. Where are you at, Marjan? Got Bride G. We got Ray on here. We got the DW Low. We got the William Schmidt-Motzen from Michigan, I believe. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to do a... Oh, Clyde Dashing's on here. Far out Croatia. Very nice. Thank you so much for joining us today, sir. Thank you so much. We're going to have some fun today. Let's take a look at some of the tabletop. So we have a nice little, the village of Archet up North Bree Land, right on the edge of their, what would be called Northern Bree Land. What is it? The Chetwood forest is up there. So decided to go ahead and use this little fortified wall looking thing for this scenario, even though maybe they wouldn't have a fortified wall, maybe they would, you know, just since they're out on the frontier area. So got a nice collection of figures going on today. We have some figures on here from Bob Murch, some of his 1066 range that's available through Crucible Crush. There and there and there, and just kind of scattered around here and there. And then we also have some figures from Ian Lovecraft, this lovely, I don't know, I kind of look at him as kind of a merchant sort of character here. And this one over here holding an apple. That's also an Ian Lovecraft, but we'll go over all of these figures a little bit more. On tomorrow's video, we'll talk specifically about the terrain and the miniatures that we used in this game. So all of that will be covered. How are we doing on time, my love? Look, there's a Bessie.
We have 1 minute to count down.
Okay, a little less than a minute. All right, all right. So, so I shouldn't talk about the scenario.
Should not?
Should not. I should not. I got to hold off for another minute. You look lovely today, my dear.
It's a little nipply.
Oh, well.
It's cold out.
A little. Yeah. You know, it's in the 60s or so.
It is not.
Is it not? What is it? What is it?
I think it's in the 40s.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I do have my jacket on. You need a jacket?
No.
Are you sure?
Sweatshirt.
Okay.
Are you going to make fun of me, Miss Birch?
10 o'clock is here. And that means I'm supposed to say something along the lines of, hey everybody, this is Dave here at Pulp Alley. We're going to be playing a live tabletop game today. Pulp Alley is an adventure game. It's not just a skirmish game. And that means there's a lot more to do in these games than just fighting each other.
Mhm.
There is a mystery to be solved. There is, an adventure to be had here.
Noses to be picked.
What?
Gold to be found.
Gold to be found. Um, so you can put it in just about any kind of setting. Today we're kind of continuing our Middle Earth inspired setting. So we have the group of player characters are sitting over here. We have Mr. Bilbo Baggins. We have Little Speck. We have Atheron and Gimrak the Dwarf also. So there they are over there.
Woohoo!
So the story for this scenario is basically a rescue scenario. It starts off more as an investigation, however. So the first part of the scenario is more of an investigation. In fact, there's absolutely no fighting whatsoever. There's not even any enemies on the table.
Mhm.
So there you have it. You can't fight anything. There are mysterious accidents occurring,
Yep.
however. Mysterious and unexplainable accidents occur. So what that means is that the first character that Bessie activates every turn will get a peril. What are these mysterious accidents?
They're unexplained.
They're unexplained.
I think they're booby traps.
A knife from a dark shadow being thrown, a barrel suddenly rolling, tipping over and
My shoelace is suddenly untied.
shoelaces suddenly tied together. I mean, that's how accidents happen,
That's
right
exactly.
there. That's how accidents happen.
All right.
So what she has to do in this scenario, did I tell you Bessie is playing today? So we originally had Mr. Charlie Stout scheduled to play. He had to bow out. So Bessie says, well, I want to play that scenario with the enthusiasm of the old college try.
I think it was community college, but still there.
Yep. So we have 4 plot points, 4 minor plot points laying out here. There's one, there's one, there's one, and there's one over there. And those are the places where she can gather clues. So right now there are rumors and murmurs that something nefarious is being hatched at the village of Archet in northern Breeland.
Ooh.
So Bilbo and Speck and their buddy Gimrak and Atheron have come to investigate and make sure that their darling friend Ula Lilybottom, who is standing right here in front of her inn, is protected. The good folks of Archet are in good hands as long as Ula Lilybottom is running the show here. However, a nefarious group has decided that they want to try and take over the village and use it as a base, possibly for raiding along the roads near Bree. So, what she has to do first is she has to go to each one of these yellow dots.
Mm-hmm.
She has to complete the plot point. That will get her, not only will it get her a reward, but it will also get her a yellow dot. Clue, evidence of the nefarious plot of Odd Fernie. And then they have to take that evidence back to Ula. So if she receives all 4 evidence, all 4 markers, and they have to hand the evidence over to her as an action and show her the evidence, then she will realize that something nefarious is afoot, and it's time for her to flee from Archet, at least temporarily to flee from Archet. And there's a hunting lodge not very far away where she can link up with some of the Northern Rangers and hopefully, lead them back to Archet and stop the nefarious
Mm-hmm. The ruffians.
plot. The ruffians, that's right. There are ruffians about.
Hooligans.
Hooligans. So Odd Fernie is biding his time until his main force can come
I always
in
thought he was
and
odd.
overwhelm Archet. But if they're able to prove to Ula that there is a nefarious scheme underway, then that will mean that Odd Fernie is going to have to make his move without his full army here, and he just has a handful of less than a dozen or so soldiers nearby. Now, where did you think Odd Fernie came up with the money to gather up all of these ruffians? He could be, there could be a puppet master leading, paying off.
I don't like
Odd
to
Fernie.
name names. You know me. I don't say
Who do you
word.
think it could be?
Perhaps somebody that starts with an S.
An S? Oh.
Perhaps.
I don't know if there are any S's. A big howdy to Paul's Paint Shed. A big howdy to Oog. A big howdy to Clyde Dashing and Damian Larson. Is Damian still in Colorado? We have a big howdy to Red Mist as well.
Dennis Cross.
Dennis Cross from Kansas.
Jeske.
All right, we're going to get this underway.
All right.
So this is a Bessie thing. Hey, you know what, Bessie, we forgot to do last Wednesday,
Draw cards.
Thursday? We forgot to draw cards. You want to shuffle up that deck and draw cards. So we will give the ruffians some cards. We're not technically playing this scenario solo, although there is just one league. We are going to use the NPCs kind of as a game-mastered league, so I'm going to move them around. Although I'm really not going to make any decisions for them. I'm going to, other than maybe playing the cards. They're going to basically do what they're programmed to do in the scenario, which is just run around and cause havoc.
Oh.
What did you get, babe?
I got 2 out of ammos and a disarmed.
Okay.
You got a misfortune, a warmed up, and a disarmed.
Okay, we're going to put those over here.
Away from me?
Yep.
Okay.
Over here where you're actually going to be.
Then why am I over here?
I don't know.
Why am I dice?
Maybe you should move. Maybe you should go. Get to move on.
You want me to go? I can go.
All right. So.
I agree, Clyde. Maybe we should reshuffle.
Call a mulligan. Okay. So here we go. Bessie.
Uh-huh.
So there aren't any really restrictions on movement or anything. You can pretty much do what you want to do as far as the 12-inch run if you want to just take off running on turn number 1. So as we start turn number 1, this is an 8-turn scenario. Yep. These turns are going to go pretty quick. So, Bessie, how are you going to split up your party over there? What are you going to do? You want me to help move them, or are you going to just do it?
I can do it.
Okay.
We're going to start... I guess I'll activate Bilbo first.
Okay, which way is he going?
He's going to start coming up to this...
This one over here?
The lady in green.
Okay. A 12-incher?
Yep.
All right.
He gets a peril, I believe.
Oh, you're right. Draw his peril, because he may not even move. Oh.
1 with cunning.
1 with cunning. He only has 3 die 10 in cunning. I don't know if he's going to be able to make that or not.
I don't know.
Let's see.
To be fair, I don't know.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Got it.
You know, that black cat sitting up there looks awfully suspicious. Now, why would there be a black cat sitting up there? Oh, perhaps a barrel rolled off of that ledge there and almost smashed the little hobbit.
Yeah, I could see that.
Okay. So he's going to do a big 12-inch run over towards the apple bottom. Over towards Miss Applebottom.
There's a lot of bottoms around this.
Well, you know, everybody comes with one. Now, that blue dot means that he gets a +1 bonus on the first plot point that he rolls for.
All right.
Who's next?
Atheron.
Atheron. Where's he going to go?
To the man by the gate.
To the man by the gate. All right. So a 12-inch run is going to get him right on top of the fellow.
Yep, sounds great.
And you are there. Who's next?
Gimrock's going to go to the boy with the pig, and Speck is going to go with him.
Oh, okay. Gimrock and Speck, and so a 12-inch run.
Yep.
And that will put them atop the boy with the pig. And that's it. That's it. That's turn number 1. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy there.
Don't squeeze my lemons.
I'll squeeze them
Don't
lemons.
bruise them.
I'll squeeze them lemons.
You're too rough.
I'll squeeze that lemon. So that means turn number 1 is done. We're going to draw cards. You are perpetual director.
I got distraction.
She got a distraction.
You got bad luck.
I got bad luck. Okay. So, my dear, who are you going to start off with this turn?
I guess I'll do Bilbo again.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and give you a distraction.
Okay.
So, you're going to lose one of your cards at random. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, disarmed.
Okay, that's fine. I can survive that. He gets a peril when he
does
activates.
get a random peril as soon as he activates.
And, ooh, that's not what I wanted. It is one with cunning.
3 die 10 again. So it's that wagon over there. You see that wagon is moving over there. And he almost gets run over by that wagon inexplicably.
We're good.
But he easily passes it, rolls out of the way.
So
There's
we're gonna
an
keep
awful
on.
lot of accidents happening around this place.
I think
This
something's
is
going
not-
on.
This is not OSHA compliant. You're gonna go ahead and head up to the plot point.
Yes, sirree, Bob.
So she is really running out of time. She's really doing a lot of dawdling here and taking her time. I think that's gonna come up and really
This is
hurt her later in the game. The peril.
peril.
1 with cunning. Okay, so you can do that. 3 die. Oh, 4
finesse
die
is
10
4,
is
yeah.
finesse. Might as well use finesse. Yo! So
But I got it.
close, so close. Almost had it there. Now you're gonna get a +1 for your first plot point, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that blue chip.
2 with finesse or cunning, so that means I get 5d10.
5d10. But she's got to get 2 successes this time. Now she needs 2 successes. She's over there. She's questioning Applebottom.
Got him.
Easy. Got all of those. Okay, so that's going to give Bilbo a... I'm going to go ahead and take Applebottom off of there because she has revealed her evidence.
Your secrets.
That now they know that perhaps Odd Fernie and his friend Goatleaf are up to something nefarious. Keep an eye on those two. They've picked up some evidence now.
Okay.
And now all he has to do is go back and give it to...
Oh, I get a blue card.
yes, she does get a blue card. Do you want me to pull it?
Sure.
Okay, that's the one you got.
As an action, I can discard 1 card to get 2 cards.
Okay. All right.
Cool. All right, I guess we'll continue on
Now,
with...
I don't think you want to do it.
Uh-huh.
But I'm going to go ahead and remind you at the end of Bilbo's turn, activation, he can slide on the ring and go into hiding.
I don't think we'll do it for now.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely
we'll
not.
keep our
No,
cards
I
for
would agree.
later.
I would agree. Just wanted to remind you that you
Yes,
had
I did
that.
think about it.
Okay. Who are you going to activate next?
Atheron.
Atheron is at the gate. Okay.
And we're gonna...
He's questioning the guard at the gate. Kind of suspicious. Oh, Atheron.
3 with Brawl, Might, or
He
Finesse.
does not. That is a peril. That's a peril. 3.
I got, with Finesse, I can re-roll a shoot of Finesse dice.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta get them all. And I don't have anything to throw in.
Once per turn, he's got the ranger bonus too, though. Once per turn, you can add +1 to any skill during your own activation.
Okay.
During your own activation. So I did adjust the ranger kit a little bit from last time. It was pretty OP. So I bumped it down a little bit. It's just, but it's still a fun little something for Atheron. All right, babe. You're rolling how many dice?
4.
4
Gotta
dice.
get 3.
She's using her ranger bonus here.
And I have
she
a
needs
reroll.
3,
Got it.
and she got it. Didn't even have to use her reroll. Okay, so that means you can keep your reroll, and you might need it for this.
Yep.
So that was just the peril. So here's the plot point now. Another 3! Another 3 comes up.
Son of a...
Oh, that's what we love to see.
No, we don't.
So you still have your reroll. You don't.
I don't have anything that's gonna get there.
Oh, really? Well, it's a long action then.
It's Brawl, Cunning, or Might.
Brawl, cunning, or might. And those are all...
And none of those are a reroll.
None of those are a reroll. So you're just going to have to go with what you got and try and get this. Uh-oh. Bilbo may have to go help him.
I got one.
All right. She got one success on it. She got one success on it. The guy at the gate is not wanting to give up any information.
Perhaps it's the sword I'm like holding on your hand.
Right.
Tell me what you know!
All right. That Bilbo may have to actually go over there and help.
No, he's gonna figure it out on his own.
Oh, I don't know if that's the right path there. Okay.
Sink or swim in this
crowd.
I don't go back for nobody.
Wow. That's the Hobbit way.
Yeah, we just stand there and watch Gandalf linger.
Okay. All right. Don't be like that.
No, I'm sorry. It's the way it goes.
All right. So now we have Gimrak and Speck over here. Who's going to go after the plot point? Gimrak.
Yep.
All right. Give him a plot point or a peril.
2 with might or finesse.
2 with might or finesse. 3 die 8 and might.
Okay.
3 die 8. And he's going to need to get 2 of these. This is the peril.
No.
And he did not! And he's going to have to roll a 2 dice health check. You know what happened? That pig comes over there and is angry pig. An angry pig, I tell you. Uh-oh, this is going bad. And you do get an extra dice. You got 1 success there because you're armored. You're going to get to roll that bonus dice. See if his armor protects him from the pig. And he has his pig protective armor on.
Oh, dear.
And that was the peril. Did not even make it to the plot point.
Did not.
So now, what is Speck going to do? Speck?
I guess we'll try it, and then we'll dodge it if it's bad.
Okay. All right. So here's the peril.
1 with cunning.
1 with cunning. He's got that. 1 die 6. He could actually make this. He could make it.
Yes.
And he does. He makes it past the peril. So now we're going to draw the plot point.
1 with finesse.
He dodges the pig. He could be the hero. He could be the hero here. All he has to do is get 1.
No.
No.
I got 1.
But the plot point
but it's there. It's there.
is identified. That is the plot point for that challenge.
All right, that's the end of the turn.
That is the end of the turn. She's running out of daylight.
Pulling
she
the
is
bullet.
running out of time.
Cards.
This is an 8-turn scenario, but these turns are going fast.
I got bad news.
You got bad news.
You got clear shot.
Clear shot. Okay. All right, babe. Who's going to activate first and take a peril?
Bilbo.
Bilbo activates first and is going to take a peril. All right, let's see it.
Okay, it is 1 with finesse, might, finesse, or cunning. Finesse is 4 die 10.
4 die 10. He's got plenty of finesse to handle that peril. Strange things are happening. Strange things are happening around Archet. All right, now what is he going to do, baby? Is he going to go help Atheron, or is he running to Applebottom?
No. Oh. I was going to have him run over here. Does he have to...
You go wherever you want to go. He doesn't have to go straight to Applebottom.
No, I was going to have him run over here.
All right, so a 12-inch run. Oh, gosh, I don't know if I'm going to get you close enough. I want to make sure I give you all 12 inches here. Just in case it matters.
It matters. Every inch counts.
Every inch counts. You're gonna be within range.
Cool.
to get him next time.
Perfect.
All right, but you're leaving poor Atheron behind. All right.
Well, he already knows what he's doing. They all know what they're doing.
Does he know? Does he know? We're running out of daylight, lady.
They know what they're doing.
The ruffians are coming.
They know what they're doing.
Who's going next?
Atheron.
Okay, so he's going to have to take another peril.
1 with finesse.
He's got 3 die 8 in finesse.
See?
All right.
Oh my
Whoa,
God.
why are you throwing dice all over, lady?
Oh, it's a 4. Does that count?
Nope.
Oh.
Okay, you got the one you needed. Now you still have 2 dice 6 to try and get right.
Okay, all right.
All you gotta do is get 2 successes here.
None!
None. None. None is the number of successes that was rolled. And the ruffians are closing in.
Well,
The longer it takes
somebody
her...
has to get this.
I know. The longer it takes her to gather the clues and get them to Ulabottom. Now, it only takes Ulabottom 2 turns to get off the table.
Should he have gotten an extra one for that?
What are you talking about?
Because he was ready? No.
Yes. Ranger kit. Once per turn, you gain a +1 bonus to any skill. Yes, absolutely. So roll 1 more dice.
Yes.
Okay, all right. The longer it takes her to get the clues back to Lilybottom, the shorter time that it takes Lilybottom to get off the table. She won't have as much time. So...
Well, I realize that.
Well, I don't know if you do, because there's an awful lot of dawdling going on, lady.
Bilbo is hauling ass.
As fast as his 2 little feet will carry him.
Okay, he's doing the best he can.
So Ula can get off the table in 2 turns. In a dead run, 2 turns, she can get off the table. So that means they have to get the evidence back to Ula by turn 6. If they don't get the evidence to Ula by turn 6, then it's game over. It is all done because they won't be able to get Ula off the table. So Atheron still needs 1 more success over there.
Yep.
And then over here, we got Gimrak and the cheese. All right. Gimrak, is Gimrak doing it?
Maybe I'll try Speck.
Oh, feed Speck, sacrificing Speck here.
Well, because if I can get Speck, then maybe I can throw Gimrak over to help Atheron.
Okay, well, let's see it. All right. Speck's taking a peril.
1 with might.
Okay, a D6. Could lose Speck here. Speck could be removed from the table here. This could be the end of Speck.
It's fine.
All right, so he makes it past that. All she has to do is roll a success here. She's got 1 dice. She's got 1 dice. No, Speck. The kid, he just wants to play over there. He doesn't want to. He's not giving up the ghost.
All right. Okay. So peril for Gimrak.
Yep. The pig, the angry pig.
1
with
cunning.
cunning. Oh, 2 dice 6. That's his weak spot. 2 dice 6 is all he has.
He's not my bright bulb.
Well, no, that actually is pretty bright. That's very smart. Okay, got the 1 success.
What's his finesse?
2 dice 6 and finesse.
Ah! Nothing?
Nothing.
Oh,
Come on, all you need is 1 of these.
Oh my god. Oh,
And she gets it. Oh, Gimrak. Gimrak, the hero of the hour, grabs some more evidence. The kid finally gives up the evidence.
Give it up.
Says there's been ruffians in the area. Up north of town, there are ruffians.
Give it back to him. He's gonna...
Gimrak has the yellow button there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right. I guess that's the end of that turn.
That is the end of that turn.
Oh, I get a card.
Oh, a yellow card, a blue card. Okay.
What's Gimrak?
Gives him a +1
Oh,
might.
nice. Okay.
Okay, so that's Gimrak.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we're pulling a bullet.
Yep.
Cards. I get Uncanny.
Uncanny. Oh, wow. That's a big help.
Yeah. You got I'm all right.
Okay. I'm all right.
Okay.
Okay.
So.
Oh, that's a big help for me, too.
I'm going to start with Bilbo again.
Okay.
So I guess move the camera around. So
all right. Bilbo is activating first. That means Bilbo's going to take a random peril.
Yep.
Because there are nefarious ongoings around this place. Bilbo activates.
1 with cunning or might. 3 die 10?
Well, no, you have to use your 1 die 4 and might. Oh, it's got cunning on there too. 3 die 10. And if you can get those in the cup, you can roll them.
Got it.
All right. So he makes it past the peril. The more angry pigs.
Those pigs are just.
Most pigs are mean.
Pigs are mean. I'm not.
Really
I'm not
mean.
saying I don't know.
He is within 6 inches, so he can make it to.
Got a commercial. All right.
Makes it over here to Niles.
And another peril. 2 with finesse or cunning. That's 4.
4 die 10.
Okay.
Yep. 4 die 10. You only need 2 of these.
Got it.
Oh, that was close. Just barely.
And my plot point
More
is
angry pigs.
1 with cunning.
3 die 10. 3 die 10.
Yes.
Ah, dang it. All right. So, Bilbo has picked up 2
and I get
bits
another.
of evidence.
Da, 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 da. I got this one. +1 to his cunning.
Okay. All right. Who's going next? I'm pretty sure that Atheron is not going to be able to
All right,
pass
let's
that over
move
there.
I got an uncanny. Oh, we're going to move Gimrak.
Okay, where's he going?
He's going to haul up to Lily Bottoms.
He's just going to run up to Lilybottom.
Yeah.
Okay.
He
all
likes that tushy.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Hey now.
Okay, you are there.
And Speck's going
I mean,
to...
he could go help Atheron.
I have an uncanny. We're not going to waste time.
Okay, all right. All right, now you can't give her the evidence yet because it is an action. So you have head up there. Where's Speck going to go?
Where does she leave the table at?
Any edge. She could go to any edge of the table. This would be, like over here, any of this edge. I wouldn't try to cross the gate or
Right.
the wall, but you could. It would
I
just
guess it
take
depends on where...
an awful lot of time.
Right.
You could go through the gate. You can run off this edge over here, this edge over here, this edge over here.
Let's move Speck.
Basically, you just reaching the edge.
Let's
of the
just have him
table.
go with Gimrak.
Okay. Oh, Atheron, you're on your own over there. So he's up there up
All right.
there.
Now Atheron.
Okay. All right. Draw your peril, Atheron. You're doomed over there on your own.
2 with cunning or might.
That's
This is
his
cunning.
peril. 2 die
2 dice
6.
6, but we have an extra.
In both of those. What do you mean you have an extra?
Because he's ready?
Yes. Are you going to use that? Because you only get to use it once per turn.
Yeah, that's fine because I have an uncanny.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and use her ranger bonus here to avoid the peril. And she needs 2 successes. 2 successes on 3 dice. 2 successes on 3 dice, boys and girls.
Yes!
Got the 2 successes she needed. And now all you have to do, you have 2 more dice to roll here.
Okay.
And this is no reroll, no nothing. You're going to have to get 1 success. That's all you need is 1 success.
Got
and
2 of them.
easy peasy. And all the evidence has been gathered. Unfortunately, Ula does not have any of the evidence yet. They've gathered the evidence.
Here's my reward card. He gets 1 to his finesse. Look at that. 1 to his finesse.
Okay. That'll put him up higher. Let's see, Atheron. He'll keep that yellow button until he hands it over.
It's a little fuzzy.
Yeah. Okay. That ends the turn.
Yep.
She is running out of time, boys and girls. She is running out of time. I don't think there's any way. Because she's going to still need 2 more turns just to turn in the evidence. So this turn is over.
Yep.
Draw cards. We're starting turn 5.
I got lucky break.
Lucky break.
You got just reward.
Just reward. Okay.
All right.
So, whoever activates first gets a peril. Speck.
Yep.
She's going to activate Speck first.
He can dodge it.
Can he? Let's see it. Spec the sacrifice.
2 with cunning or might. We'll just dodge it.
We'll just dodge it. You can dodge it. You can dodge a peril. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a peril.
Got it.
And he dodges it. All right. So does he want to? Yeah, you just stay where he's at. All right. Who's gonna go next?
So Gimrak's gonna activate and give his.
Okay, and that is done. So she has 1. There's no roll. There's no anything. He just hands it over to her. She mulls it over. She considers it deeply, and now she goes, "Oh. Well, that doesn't mean a lot. I mean, just that could be an innocent explanation. We're not too worried about it yet."
Atheron is Holland.
Atheron moves 12 inches back towards Applebottom. Oh,
that's Lily Bottom.
Stairs. Oh, that's Lily Bottom, yeah. Let's see. So he can get all the way there.
Hey, girl. I like my
But he still has his clues, his evidence. He hasn't been able to discuss it with her.
And then Bilbo is also gonna haul.
Okay. You know what? We'll just move Spec back an inch or so, just so the Hobbit can get in there. Let's see. I guess would call that fence difficult. So if you're gonna run, but he could do it in 2 6-inch moves. So there's no reason to run, or he could. If you want to run him over there, he's going to take a peril for the fence.
I'll run him.
Okay. You also have a lucky break. Go ahead and draw your peril. Draw your peril if you'd like to take a peril.
2 with might or finesse.
Okay, well, he's got 4 die 10 in finesse. I think you can get that done. You need 2 of these, though.
Got him.
Got him. Okay. And you're all the way there.
Had to risk it.
Now, I would be a little bit cautious about giving... I would...
What?
When she receives all the evidence, the ruffians are going to move in and try to capture her. And
we each get somebody.
Everybody's going to get one near them. So if everybody's in that little circle, that means all the ruffians are just going to appear right there.
Yeah.
I don't know. It might be worth moving Gimrak and Spec away, or maybe it's not. Maybe you want them to just have her surrounded.
Decide.
Yeah.
I was mulling.
Yeah. So that ends the turn.
Yeah.
This is turn 6, boys and girls. Remember what I said.
The end of turn 6, they're here anyway.
Do what?
They come at the end of turn 6 anyway.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Draw cards. Starting turn 6. So she only has 2 turns to get off, and she has to use both of those turns to get off the table.
I got a stumble.
Got a stumble.
You got sidestep.
Okay. All right. Here we go. So who's going to activate first? This could cost her dearly right here. If Bilbo activates first and he fails a peril, he's going to get stuck with that evidence in his hand, doomed to die.
Spec.
She's feeding Spec to the monster. Spec is going to have to pass 1 with finesse. Is he going to dodge it? It'll end his activation, but...
Yeah.
3 dice. Spec tries to dodge the peril. Does he want to move back an inch?
Sure.
Okay. All right. So Spec activates first to take the random peril, and now who's going to activate next?
Let's do Gimrak.
Okay. Gimrak activates. What do you want to do with him?
Let's see. I'm gonna move her this way. You think that's pretty... Is that the closest, you think?
She's actually in the center of the table. I don't know that there is a closest. She's supposed to be in the center, so... without having the ruffians out here and knowing where they're at, it's pretty tough to really decide on one. So you just have to kind of decide. You know, do you send her through the gate? Do you send her over here? Do you send her towards this one? Um, you know, she could go down the stairs and off that way. You decide.
All right, let's move. I'll move Gimrak 6 inches. Just kind of.
Okay. He's got plenty of movement. Oh, you know what? He's actually armored. He can't move over 6 inches unless he rushes. Oops. Oh well. We're not going back. we're leaving it where it's at. The only time that he had that is when he ran over there, which he could have done that in 2 moves anyway. It just means he would have been a little bit slower.
So Atheron activating, giving her his.
Okay. So he hands over the clues. Okay.
Bilbo activates, hands over the evidence.
Okay. Remember, boys and girls, your activation, a character's activation ends after they fight or after they perform an action. So after you perform an action, that's it. They are done. After they fight, they're done. The other way you can end an activation is say, I'm going to end their activation there. But those 2 things automatically end their activation. All right. And that means that the baddies now appear.
Yep.
So Odd Fernie appears a D8 inches in a random direction from Ula. And I think they appear... Do they appear at the end of... They don't appear now, do they? Let's see.
Treachery.
Treachery. At the end of the turn. So they will appear at the end of the turn. That's important because that means that they won't get an activation this turn. So they will appear at the end of the turn. So Odd Fernie shows up 3 inches off this way. So he's down the way here. And then we also put a ruffian 1d8 inches from in a random direction from each player character. So here is from Bilbo, 1 inch.
Is that inside?
That is on the inside. So we're going to say that guy is maybe about 1 inch away from Ula. So he's coming up from behind her here to grab a hold of her. Here is from Speck, 8 inches this way.
Well, that's good.
Going to put him out there. Here is
Atheron?
from Atheron, 4
4
inches, basically the same spot over this
and
way.
Then Gimrak.
And Gimrak.
6 inches.
6
about the same.
inches, yeah. So he's back over in front of the stairs. Okay.
All right. Pretty
All right,
good.
now,
Pretty good bounces.
the important part here is that the NPCs always activate last in the turn. You cannot force them to go first. Sometimes that's an advantage, sometimes it's a disadvantage, but that's the way NPCs activate. As we start turn number 7, 7, 8, draw cards.
Distraction.
Oh, I need a trip up.
Parlay.
Oh my goodness!
And you have the misfortune.
I know. Trip up or a parlay right there with a parlay. I can stop her from being able to move over 12 inches this turn. Let's see. So I can stop her from moving over 12. So she moved 6 this turn. That's going to be really close. That's going to be really, really close. All right. So the first character you activate is automatically going to get a peril. Who's it going to be?
Speck.
Speck. Give him a peril.
1 with might or finesse.
Okay. Is he going to dodge it or is he going to try and do it the honest way?
I guess we'll try it the honest way.
Oh, okay. 1 die 6.
I have an uncanny.
Yep.
Aw.
Do you want to use your uncanny?
I don't know. Do you think it's worth it or? I'm still gonna have 1 more turn with the.
I don't know that it would hurt you to use it
All
here.
right, I'll throw it.
Now I have to decide whether or not I would use my
Misfortune.
misfortune here, which is really what I was saving it for, was just this occasion. But you know what? I'm going to let it go because I don't think Spec is going to have much input from this point on. So I'm going to let it go. I'm going to keep my misfortune.
Does that mean I passed a challenge?
Yes, you did.
All right, I'm going to play my lucky break and get 2 cards. Trip up.
Oh.
Sucker punch.
Oh, okay. The other thing is that means Spec passed the peril because she used the uncanny, so he gets to continue his activation. What are you going to do with him?
Move 10.
Okay, where's he going?
We're hauling this way.
Okay.
Oh, wait, she can only go 6, can't she?
Yeah, because I'm going to go ahead and play my parlay now. I'm going to go ahead and play my parlay on... No, sorry. I'm gonna let Spec go ahead and continue his activation. So he can move as far as he wants. He can run 12 if he wants.
Well, I kind of want him for cannon fodder.
Okay.
So I think I'll just do 4 for him.
Okay. All right, who are you going to activate next?
I guess Lily White.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and play parlay now.
Okay.
So that means for the rest of the turn, so old Odd Fernie calls out, no, there's no reason to get excited. We're just here to talk. So parlay has been thrown down. No characters could fight for the rest of the turn. No characters can run for the rest of the turn. So she can move her 6 inches.
She's just at the stairs.
Okay, so she moves down the way.
Let's see. I guess I'll put Bilbo at the bottom.
Okay.
And just keep Atheron here.
Okay.
And then
I was trying to make sure that you got as far as she could get.
Was that as far as she could go?
Yeah, that looks like it. And Gimrak can do a 6-inch move.
Yeah, he'll be here.
Okay.
All right, that's all for me.
All right. So I think there's something at the end of turn 6, or is it the turn?
At the end of you draw X and you get to add more.
Okay.
Reinforcements
of all the other at the end of turn number 6. Okay. So X more ruffians appear near Fernie. Oh, all the NPCs move.
Yeah.
Yeah, the turn isn't over yet. All right, so Fernie's just going to chase down the... so that means that Fernie and the ruffians can't run either. So he'll move his 6. He'll move his 6. He'll move his 6. He'll move his 6 as they're trying desperately to cut her off. But won't be able... Oh, there's one more in here. I'll just send him out here. Okay. And then at the end of this turn, I get X appear next to Fernie. So one more appears 5 inches this way. So back over the goats in the goat pen. And X appear near Ula also. 3 more. 1, 2.
I gotta go check on her.
Okay. Oh, don't forget that you have to put your noodles in.
Okay, I'll do it now. Thank you. Just play me, it'll be fine.
7 inches this way. 7 inches this way. They're not getting in front of her. 5 inches this way. Okay. So, unfortunately, she is going to be short of getting off the table. So that was the end of turn number 7. Trying to think, as we start turn number 8, or was that turn 6? Did I say that was, no, that was turn 7. So at the end of turn number 7, or was that turn number 6? So that was 7. Yeah, I think that was turn 7. I think that's going to be it, because I think on turn 8 she only has a 12-inch move left to do on her run. We'll go ahead and draw cards. She draws a bad luck. I draw a steady aim, and that's going to be game right there, because she will not be able to get off of the table with a 12-inch move. It was that parlay. It was that parlay that really stopped her there at that last minute. Also, a little bit of a delay in gathering up the evidence and getting it back. You could see pretty plainly if she had one more turn, she would get off the table. A 12-inch move would get her well within like 3 inches of the edge. The player characters could easily defend her simply by forming a barrier on her backside. One, I don't think there's any way that the ruffians could actually make it to her. One of them would get a peril and have to roll for it. The rest of them could chase after her. But they would form a wall over there, and the ruffians would not be able to get to her. So she could easily get off the table, I think, if she just had one more turn. I don't think she does have anything in her hand. Buy some time would have done that. Of course, I have a misfortune in my hand. So at the end of turn number 8, she is still on the table. What that basically means that as she's trying to escape off of this side of the table, the main force of the ruffians come running in and catch them, and they're forced to scatter there. So without Ula making it off the table, the goodies lose that battle. But that just means that they have a hostage now that they have to go rescue. So that could be fun too. Really cool little scenario though. Plays pretty fast. You got those last few turns of chaos there where the ruffians have to try and chase them down before she can get off the table. It really did come down to some taking a little bit longer to get the plot points and get them delivered to Ula. And then that parlay, if she'd have had 2 12-inch runs instead of just a 6-inch and a 12-inch run, then that would have been nice. All right, that will end today's scenario. I hope you enjoyed this one. Remember Middle Earth, Fort Apache. Yeah, that would be fun too. Howdy from the UK. Hey, Jeffrey, thank you so much for joining. Got Phil down in Florida. We got Red Mist. Very cool. Throw a howdy in there if you're on here. Hey, guys, don't forget, if you would like to do this on a Sunday with us, get signed up to do it. You can send us an email or a Facebook message. We schedule about 2 months in advance. So if you sign up today, it would be sometime in 2 months down the road. Edward Hooper is on here. Very nice. Very nice. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Jim Stute. Hola. Martian. Clyde. Good, good. JL. I wonder if he's up in Canada. Sean Hudson. Bride G. Very cool. Very cool. Way more forward thinking than I could think. Take a moment. Make sure you are subscribed to our little channel. Hit that like button for us. That's important because it kind of, it helps folks know that you're enjoying this and that, maybe encourage other folks to give it a look as well. So we really appreciate it when you take the time to just hit that like button for us. If you're not a subscriber, you ought to be. Make sure you get subscribed and hit that bell button so that you get a notification. And I guess that's going to be it for today. We have a luncheon engagement and we're going to take off. So we're going to see you next time, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody. Doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Bessie. Doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Bye.